Appointing fury, we're the mighty sharks. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind, we'll never mind. We'll fight and win. Oh, we're the mighty sharks. We'll never weaken till the final siren's gone. We're the mighty sharks, the white, red and black. Oh, we're the mighty red, white and black. Oh, we're the mighty sharks.
Welcome everyone to Eastland EFNL Grand Final between Blackburn and Park Orchards at the Under-19s Premier Grand Final from Bayswater Oval. My name is Scott Hardy and I'm joined by Trent Cullen. Trent, welcome to game day at Bayswater Oval, which should be an interesting contest between two decent sides this year.
It's good to be here. Thanks, Scott. Had this one penciled in the calendar for a long time now, and it's just good to be here. So much looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's looking really nice day at the moment. The oval is in top nick as well. They've obviously been lucky with no rain at the moment. Sort of vast comparison to the other week. We're looking forward to this contest. Last time these two teams met was earlier in semi-final number one, and that was Blackburn was 12-16, 88 versus Park Orchards 5-8, 38. So they're going to have to make a little bit of a change from earlier on in the finals campaign.
Yeah, they're certainly looking to bounce back. They would have taken good learnings from that encounter only a fortnight ago, wasn't it? So. Yeah, but you look at the round 8 clash they played. Park Orchards had the upper hand there, so hopefully, so that it's level square at the moment, level pegging. So we'll see who gets the chocolates today. Yeah,
and I guess that's the thing, isn't it? Round 8 seems quite a long time ago when you look at sort of that semi-final, and obviously a number of changes have probably happened in that side, and that sort of score line is pretty good for Blackburn, and a little bit of concern for Park Orchards only scoring the 5 goals last time compared to Blackburn scoring the 12.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've just had the toss. I'm not sure if you caught an eye on that as to which way either team's kicking, but National Anthem not far away here. Stage is set. Scotty.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be a great day down here for everyone. So you're tuning in on YouTube sort of throughout the day. We've got back-to-back finals. Obviously, the reserves leading into the main Premier's Grand Final between Noble Park and Roval. So we're looking forward, and that will be called on YouTube, Facebook, and radio as well. But for the moment, this is we're going to see most of the coverage through YouTube. So please, if you can't get down to the ground, tune in and tell your friends. But yeah, it's starting to build the crowd. It's an early morning for the under-19s, but like I said, the sun's shining at the moment. That's all we can hope for.
You can't ask for better conditions. There's no excuses today. We've had overcast skies ahead, and the dew's probably lifted a bit if there was any. But it's perfect here, Bayswater Oval.
It is. It's such a great ground to have footy at, and obviously to call at as well. It's you get obviously the whole sort of side of it, and the crowd once it builds, you'll definitely hear it on the sound effects mic. So again, if you haven't got a ticket, you can buy tickets at the gate. Otherwise, and use just your phone. No cash allowed here, so just bring your cards and get in for what should be a good contest at the start between two young sides. They're going to form up for their photos, then they'll be at attention for the national anthem. We'll continue the coverage once they've had their photos, and we'll come back after and we'll discuss what we sort of see, I guess, for this contest and where it's going to be won, and the players to keep an eye on. Like I said, there's a few guns in this side and got good scoring options for both sides once they do find the footy. We'll be back after this short break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bayswater Oval for today's Eastland Premier Under-19s EFNL Grand Final between Blackburn and Park Orchards. We begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. We extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. Would you now please be upstanding and join with the players, coaches and the umpires for the Australian National Anthem.
Well, welcome back to Eastland EFNL Grand Final, the contest between Blackburn and Park Orchards for the Under-19s Premiers Grand Final from Bayswater Oval. We were talking a little bit before that break there, Trent, about the two sides. Obviously, from goal scoring options, they've got a list and a couple of players to keep an eye on. You've probably got notes for them as well.
Yeah, so on the Blackburn side of the ledger, we've got probably Nathaniel Barnes. He's kicked 34 for the year, as well as Will Road up forward. So they're sort of a dynamic duo that the Park Orchards coaching staff will have looked at throughout the week, and Andreas Everett more in particular, to sort of get a right matchup for those two.
Yeah, I saw Andreas. He's obviously the under-19s coach and playing sort of for the Premiers. So great to have that, I guess, that source of information and coaching sort of coming from his background. So it puts the players in good sort of spirit for Park Orchards. Obviously, two players for their leading goal scorer, Matthew Wallace, who's kicked 38, and Cooper Trimbath, who scored 24, two, again, scoring options. So obviously Blackburn have to be mindful of those two players going forward. Cooper Trimbath is an extremely good player. He starred in their team for a number of about 10 best on grounds throughout the year. So he's one that they'll have to keep an eye on. So Cooper is wearing number 19 today. For those watching it at home, we're only minutes away from a bounce of the ball. Sides there's no sort of delay in this. They really get it on and stick to a schedule. So I'll hand you over to Trent, who will have the first call for this Under-19s Premier Grand Final.
So here we go, Grand Final day. Action, it's the Under-19s in the Premier Division. The hit-out's one there, slapping it forward. That was Trembath. It's a bouncing ball inside 50, trying to collect on the half volley. Couldn't do, and then Blackburn had the numbers. Handball into space, the race is on. Broadcast side, scrap heap on. Trying to burrow his way through in the scrum there. We'll have a stoppage. Centre wing side, hot start early. You can expect a high pressure game early. So the hit out, one down to Park Orchards. Running onto it there was McLeod. He slaps it forward and diving. Take a good mark. That was Warsome. Just surveys the scene ahead. He spots an option further afield. Presents well. It's fisted out of his reach. Blackburn, they can recover at ground level. They just walk it over the try line right in front of us. Calls for deliberate go to no avail there, Scotty.
Yeah, he was lucky there. I thought the umpire was going to ping it, but tight contest as rucks go out at Mannix for Blackburn up and a big tackle. That might be a free. No, the umpire's happy to let this sort of play out for the moment. A tackle well and truly sort of towards over the boundary line. So we start basically where we were. Noah Mannix in the ruck. It taps down to Park Orchards. Hands off into the centre. Will be applied for the tackle there by Murray. And the umpire says, I'll have it again. So not moving far, but that's to be expected in this grand final. It's going to be tight until it frees up. A tap down by Park Orchard. Blackburn try to clear it out there with Barnes, but Barnes just tackled, and we haven't moved any further. So I'll hand it over to you, Trent.
So on the Eastland logo, umpire earning his keep today. It's fisted, gaining meterage for Park Orchards, and running over the top of it, that was Jake Trembath, who started this game hot. In fact, it's a deliberate going the way of Park Orchard, so it'll be Dickinson to bring it back inside the field of play. Just heads to the hot spot. Fist from Blackburn. Geez, lucky they had the numbers in the hot spot there. They can run it out of defensive 50. It's a 2-on-2 situation on the far side, although stepping in there was the Park Orchards defender. Can find a teammate, spreading it wide. Inside 50 now. Had trouble linking up with that connection kick inside 50, and it's easily handled by Blackburn.
Yeah, Ethan Wright looking to clear it, just chips to the pocket and assessing their options, trying to find a way out. And this will be where they can try and push the attack. A good, strong mark by Blackburn there. Just can't see the player's number there as he looks to push it forward. A bit of a grubber kick, and that's probably going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a Park Orchards kick with the under-19s. It's last possession is kicked. It will be then returned to the other side. So Park Orchards get the kick, and there's generally no throw-ins either. It's all ball-ups, as we call it around the ground for those tuning in. So big kick for Park Orchards down onto the wing. They managed to scrap it out, but Blackburn get the possession back with a strong tackle into the forward line. Jumpers being pulled on both directions, but the umpire says play on. Park Orchards attacking the footy down there. Blackburn very scrappy in that pocket, and Blackburn just trying to trap it in. Calls for holding ball, but to no avail. So the umpire will ball it up.
Park Orchards have had most of the ascendancy, although we find ourselves a shallow entry. It'll be ball up inside Blackburn's forward half. Running through traffic, that was Brown. Tried to flick it over the top. Collects it again and throws it on the boot. 101, spilling the mark there. All sorts of holding going on. Blackburn will try and exit, although wrapped up. That was the Park Orchards defender, and Nick Dawes has paid a free kick for high, so they can relieve the pressure inside defensive 50. To good marks taken there. That was Cooper Trembath, combining with his brother Jake today on the park. There's a good marks taken there. That was Trembath again. Went the Heli Crow and the two brothers combining there. Kick to kick early down the line. He can head inside 50 now. There's a lead on. He'll fly third up. It was either Cullen.
I think he's paid it to the Blackburn player.
Cullen or Wallace. In fact, the meat and the sandwich, the Blackburn defender.
It was Ridderford.
Ridderford it was. Connects it. Spots up a teammate in the form of Barnes it was, who backtracks on his mark. Then pops it over the top. Short pass on the 45. Find his teammate who can wheel and go. Drive a low ball to the arc. The numbers are there and Park Orchards can collect. That was Macrocanus with a rush ball. A spectator takes the mark. Out on the full, Scotty.
Thanks, Trent. So Blackburn just assessing the options here through Reece Dakin. He pushes the kick well and truly into the forward line. That's a booming kick and a great mark there taken by Barnes. Nathaniel Barnes, we've called his name already, and he's having a very big impact. Got the headband on, so easy to pick out throughout the day there, Trent, and he's going to have a shot at goal on a decent angle, so this will test him for kicking, but no delay. He throws the grass in the air, and it looks like he's stabbed at it, but yeah, just a behind. So our first score there for the day, Blackburn leads one behind to Park Orchard's yet to score. We've played 6 minutes into this first quarter, Trent.
It is blustery conditions at ground level, mostly to the right of screen. So the first blemish goes the way of Blackburn. Park Orchard's now in the hands of Rossomel. He's got options further afield, heads in the Cullen direction. Will have to fly, and in front spot, that was Oglethorpe. To the hot spot now. Had the numbers there, did Blackburn. And it landed with Murray. Will take his best efforts from here, although I like his confidence.
Yeah, he's happy for this. It's interesting to see sort of what that breeze is doing and whether this is going to carry the footy or hold it up in the breeze.
So strolling in now, Murray. The wind providing a helping hand to the right of screen. He's made a pretty good fist of it. And there's your first goal in the grand final. Blackburn draw first blood. Zach Murray, take a bow, Scotty.
Yeah, it's a good, impressive kick, and that breeze is obviously helping the right of screen. It carried, so he was happy to have a shot and a really nice action in his goal kicking there. So a strong start by Blackburn, and now Park Orchards have to look at how they respond from this. Like we were saying,
and it was Oglethorpe with the mark, and first look was in the corridor.
Yep. So Bucks go at the contest. Mannix up again, and winning the tap of Park Orchards, looking at clearing a really strong tackle there by Faulkner, but this ball spills out to the far wing. Umpire calls play on, goes through that man Barnes again, pushing in the forward pocket there, bouncing ball over to Roche. Roche got options on hands there. It's around the body and snaps. That's a goal for Will Oglethorpe. So they go back to back with two great goals, and that's not what Park Orchards were wanting straight away.
No, that's definitely not what they would have drawn up.
Really good hands over the top there. Probably could have had a shot himself, but saw the better option in Will there, and a really nice goal around the body.
That's just reward for effort for Oglethorpe. Had the assist only minutes ago, and now piles on one to his name. So Blackburn 2-1-13. Park Orchards yet to score. So back in the centre of Bayswater Oval now. Slap forward the way of Park Orchards, although Blackburn gets somewhat of the clearance, and rising high, not 15 paid. Can flick it over the top into the path of Brown. Collects now, floats a high ball forward. Matt Crocketus can't mark, although he rows his own footy. And then a great rundown tackle applied. Holding the footy, says the umpire.
And that man, James Roche, who just calling plays, he was the one before that handed it over the top for that open goal. So really good forward pressure by Blackburn.
So Roche it is. If he can nail this, it's almost danger signs for Park Orchards early. Not even 10 minutes into the first term, Roche strolls in. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. Blackburn have 3.
What a start in a grand final. That's exactly how you want to come out firing. It was scrappy to start with, but it's really opened up, and Blackburn finding their rhythm at the moment. And I think Park Orchards have to look at either sort of stopping the bleeding, possibly chucking one back behind, or looking sort of for that attacking footy. They're just struggling to get it forward of their centre, really. Ruck's getting that tap, but just can't get it out. Ruck's umpire throws it up. Umpire falls over as well out the back, if you don't mind. But Blackburn again seem to get it out through Parton. Parton pushes it forward on to Emery. Emery hands it out to the far side. A foot race down there for both players. Tapping, and it's still staying in. Really good pick up by Warsome, who pushes it on the boot, leads it forward. A really nice tap down, back down towards to Barnes. Barnes open player in the goal square to Will Oglethorpe again. Thank you. He's everywhere at the moment, and they, Park Orchards, are struggling to find an answer to that man.
Barnes and Oglethorpe. I feel like we're repeating ourselves, calling the same few names for Blackburn.
Well, where's his man is the question. He's alone in the goal square. That's the second from the goal square there, and that's the easiest goal you'll score in your career, young man. So Park Orchards really need to find fire at the moment. It's 4-1-25 Blackburn. Park Orchards yet to score, and we're just approaching the 11-minute mark. Umpire holds the ball and looks to throw it up. Rucks go at the ball, tap down by Park Orchards. There's going to be a free kick here, and just towards Park Orchards to Sonderhoff. So Sonderhoff now finally gets Park Orchards into the 50. Needs a strong mark. The player attacks it, but it falls at the ball. Blackburn looking to get it out, and they've got numbers out here, but Park Orchards applying some really good forward pressure, and really nice tackle as well there to trap it in. It looked like Blackburn were going to get it out, but Park Orchards keep it in their forward 50.
So a chance here for Park Orchards to answer. Blackburn set up well behind the ball on his hands and knees. That might have been Smead. Although Blackburn had the quarterback setting up well. They can flick it out through Carter. It was. Missed his target. Now it'll trickle over.
That's going to be a free kick for holding the man there, Trent. Umpire just called it.
So going the way of Blackburn against Smead it was. They've had the rubber green at the moment. All Blackburn at the moment. Park Orchards on this occasion, Mark. That was Maladi. The left footer could pump him inside 50. In best position there was the Park Orchards forward. Had his name written all over it. That was Campbell, it was. Now the task ahead is a big one. 45-degree angle. Matty Fodia and Blake Tennant shadowing him. And right behind this kick, as well as the Park Orchards bench. They'll try and ride this one home. Never looked likely to the hot spot now. The fists come out for Blackburn. Tracking it there at ground level. That was Bevan. Slapped out of there. Park Orchards set up well. That wall, although an ill-directed kick, will trickle out of bounds, and it's that last possession rule. In fact, the ball up.
In the forward half, I think they get to keep it. Oh, the umpire calls the ball up. So that's where we find it. Park Orchards still holding it in, so they need to keep applying this pressure. They just need to find the scoreboard. Tap down, a really good tackle. Calls for ball, but umpire says play on, and it stacks on over in that far pocket. Every person is around that ball, and it's going to be tricky to get it out for Park Orchards as Blackburn jump on top, and the umpire says I'll have it. There's a bit of push and shove around there, but umpire keen to just get the game running. So umpire looking at throwing it up. Up it goes, contest there, good. Tap down by Park Orchards, but only to the Blackburn player, and Blackburn look to just clear it out as far as they can. A bouncing ball, tricky, right in the centre wicket there. Blackburn push it out. The players got runners on here. Really nice control of the ball. Lays it up onto the player in front there. Out the back for Park Orchards. Now Park Orchards looking at clearing here through Cormac. Cormac just kicks it forward back to Blackburn. So bit of back and forth footy at the moment. They're just trying to find their spare player here, and Road looking at contesting it, but out the back and tackled without the footy there, Blackburn player. But the umpire says, no, I'll just have a ball up. And that was Joel Jobling down at the bottom of the pile there, Trent.
The appeal fell on deaf ears there as Park Orchards. As Cormac couldn't handle it. It's a hot footy. Stacks on again. Body's just piling on top on the arc there. I mean, Nick Dorr again to toss it aloft. Park Orchards won the hit out, although Blackburn will try and bury their way through with a footy in hand. There's Parton getting involved. He's tackled well by Cormac to create another stoppage. Same spot. Wearing out that patch of grass. Park Orchards fist it forward. They went the man instead of the footy, rather. It's been a telltale sign of their start at the moment. Two rucks go at it again. Missing his boot. That might have been Smead. Just trying to hack it out of there. Stoppage City at the moment, Scotty.
At the moment, it is. They can't find the room. So obviously, Park Orchard's looking at trying to just shut it down and stop the bleed to a degree. But rucks tap at it down. Free kick going to be awarded possibly to Park Orchard's
legal bump, I think.
Yeah, umpire off the ball sort of called it. So it'll be a free kick to Spiteri.
You're right though. They've done well to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, they haven't.
Wrestle back a bit of momentum.
That's it. They just need to find the scoreboard. They're still yet to score. Now Park Orchard look at switching, so they kick to the far wing there. Players assessing the option in Braden Scott, and he just kicks it down the line. A drop mark there by Park Orchard. So Blackburn looking at clearing out here, hands it off down towards Evans. Over the top, big tackle on Buckley there. Buckley just loses possession, and Park Orchards look at getting it into their forward line, and chasing that forward was Trembath, but not to be. And umpire just discussing how that went out, and it'll be a ball up in Park Orchard's forward pocket, Trent.
So in front of the scoreboard reads Blackburn 4-1-25. Park Orchards 0-0. Whatever you like. High tackle there. Tried to draw that. The umpire having none of it. We'll toss it up again for the two rucks to contest again. All sorts of slapping it. Blackburn will try and pick it up off the deck. Throw a blanket over 20 of them. It's hard to spot. There's a bit of feeling in this one though.
Especially on the far side. It would be helpful if they came the commentary side, but deep in the pocket there.
So it'll be tossed up again. Crowd slowly but surely building here at Bayswater Oval. Action-packed day ahead. With the reserves, Premier reserves to follow this one, and then the all-important senior fixture. Two rucks go at it again. Bodies just crash in. Blackburn emerge with the footy, although tiptoeing the line, and he stepped out.
It has not moved from that spot for probably 2 minutes as we're going on to 18 minutes. We might get the siren sounding before it gets anywhere.
Blackburn might have parked the bus here. They're just milking the clock. Stoppage after stoppage. Again, it's on the deck and players converge. It's hard to call, but
it's definitely tight contested footy at the moment. It's gone back to how it started. As rucks tap it down, and again just piles upon piles of bodies as they tackle it, and the umpire says, "Yep, I'll have it again." So I might not be too far off the siren sounding, and we might not have even progressed out of this pocket. So rucks go at the contest again. Really nice tap down there for Park Orchard, but it goes straight to the Blackburn player in Daniel Pugh, and stacks on again. So looking for a throw up, a little bit of push and shove. There's a little bit of niggle, but Park Orchard just need to find the scoreboard rather than pushing the niggle. So umpire throws it back up again. Players converge on it, just bouncing around. Tackle applied there by Sonderhoff on the Blackburn player, and the umpire says, "Thank you very much, I'll have it again." So Blackburn 4-1-25, leading Park Orchard yet to score as we play 19 minutes into this first quarter as taps it out. Finally, we get some clearance, and Blackburn just go to bomb it, but he's dropped the mark. The Park Orchard's player in Imeldi, and an umpire call free kick, so it's going towards Park Orchard. So they've got an option, but they're going to have to move as we tick over 19 minutes in this first quarter. Park Orchard's just look to push it in. Really good kick onto the top, and a really good mark there. You have to pay that umpire, and that's given to Hayden Campbell.
Must convert here.
Has to convert.
So there's one more stoppage. I was tempted to find the siren myself. Press that.
Just get it over. But Hayden Campbell, really important goal here, and we've seen that goals on the siren can really change a game. So they need to find this. Slowly walking in towards goal. Not much of a breeze, and he's missed it off to the left. So unfortunately, Park Orchard, they get the score, but it's just a behind. So Blackburn 4-1-25 to Park Orchard's one behind. We've played nearly 20 minutes into the first quarter, Trent.
He had a sider from a similar angle too. That's deflating as the quarter time siren sounds. We'll run through the Blackburn goal kickers. If Scotty's got him on hand, he does.
I do. So we've got Will Oglethorpe leading the way with 2, Zach Murray with 1, James Roche with 1, and Park Orchards 0. So we'll be back after this break and we'll dissect that first quarter. Welcome back to Eastland EFNL Grand Final Day. Got a contest between Blackburn and Park Orchards in the Under-19 Premier's Grand Final from Bayswater Oval. Blackburn lead 4-1-25 to Park Orchards 1 behind. I'm Scott Hardy and I'm joined by Trent Callan. Trent, it was an interesting first quarter and a really strong start by Blackburn. They obviously found the scoreboard, whereas Park Orchards didn't. What did you find out of that first contest?
Yeah, it was probably the ability of Blackburn's forwards to go to work with their pressure inside 50. We had a run-down tackle and a goal. They just created pressure and put doubt in the Park Orchards defenders' heads as they were sort of exiting, and that's the result, isn't it?
It is, and there's no delay, no mess around. There's going to be a bit of delay as they're trying to get the fans off it. The umpires are very much ready to go, but these fans up to the right of screen have got a bit of a walk and a bit of a jump the fence. So still a bit to find, but look, they need to find goals through either Matthew Wallace or Cooper Trembath, who are their leading goal scorers for Park Orchards, whereas it's been the other side there, and it's been just really smart footy around the contest by Blackburn, finding the spare player and using some players that are not necessarily in their scoring sort of or their leading goal scorers, except for James Roche. We touched on him. He scored 24 goals and he scored 1 goal in that quarter. As umpires go to throw the ball, and we're into this second quarter, as it's a tap down by Trembath. A big tackle there, and it just lands back into the Park Orchards player. Now Park Orchards look at pushing it out onto the wing, a snap around the body, a leading sort of mark contest there, but out spalls at the ball. Jake Trembath tries to apply the tackle, but really well kept in by Blackburn, only as far as Vipond. Sorry, the double P on Vipond threw me, but Blackburn have got the possession and looking and assessing options down the line. He's calling players to go up to the kick of the ball. A good leap out the back by Park Orchard, but the umpire says play on. Where's the theatre umpire? That was the crowd would have gone up, and now Park Orchards look at trying to get it forward at any cost, but a really strong tackle around the ball and stacks on again. A good smother there by Nicholas Smith for Park Orchards. Blackburn spill it out to Lachlan Warsome, who kicks it far and wide to the running player out there in Will Road. Big tackle on him, and the umpire says, no, that's my ball, and I'll ball it up.
So we'll have a stoppage. Blackburn kicking to the left of screen. It's tossed up on the arc, rising high. That was Trembath. The umpire gestures for a high free, and it'll go the way of Blackburn. Again, who can pop this one to the hot spot. They link up with a running Barnes on the outer, who sets sail from a long range, and it's off target. Had me fooled there.
It was looking good. It was a really nice kick around there, but just pushed out to the right there.
So Blackburn 4-2-26 playing the Park Orchards Football Club with a minor score, and we'll have a 25-metre penalty.
I take it he encroached the mark there when Owen Mulliday was trying to kick out.
Yeah. So Park Orchards down the line. It's a terrible-looking ball. Blackburn have the numbers. Cullen there collects. His hand pass was smothered somewhat, and now they can link up by hand, although the ill-directed ball sailed over his head, and right in front of us we'll have a stoppage.
That man Vipond.
So a ball up rather than last possession there, despite Spitteri's claims. So Trembath again rises high, palms it down the throat of a running Faulkner. It's too hot to handle over ball up.
He's doing well in the ruck, Cooper, but just can't find the Park Orchards player getting the tabs, but Blackburn sort of seem to clear it out. So
there's Oglethorpe again. Trembath rises high, although Blackburn will win the clearance through Murray. Good mark taken there by Matt Crocketus. I'll get that name right eventually. Heads inboard now, just bites off a dangerous 45, and it's intercepted. Emery it was. Read that off the boot. Now he can head far and wide now, stretching this Bayswater oval. Blackburn will collect. There's Matt Crocketus again. Drives a long ball down the line to a one-on-one contest. There's a foot race on. Blackburn will try and turn his man. It was pinned, dispossessed. Take your pick. It's a free kick going the way of Rossomel. Can link up by hand. A long ball forward now. The umpire had his work cut out there to the left of the goalpost. And it'll be Blackburn's second blemish this morning.
Park Orchards.
Park Orchards, sorry.
No,
Did I go Blackburn?
You went Blackburn. You went Blackburn, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. So it's Blackburn's kick. That's where it's coming out from for Mitchell Williams in kick-in duties. So looking at the commentary side, and going at the back there. Really good mark by that. Oh, the umpire called play on. I thought Cooper Trembath took that mark, but no.
No theatre.
No theatre. Come on, they've got the crowd down here. It's really building crowd as well. So Blackburn look at playing on. Park Orchard's ducked into it, but the umpire believes it and says, I'll have that as a free kick, and gives it awarded to Matthew Faulkner. So Faulkner looks for the spare player out here in Dickinson. Players calling for it at the top, but at one lead, but just picks it out. Really, really nice mark there, and pushes it straight forward into the Park Orchard player at the back. There is Rossomel, Jack Rossomel. Went over the top of the Blackburn players, and he just scores it out of nothing. It was a kick there by Jake Trembath, and I think he was looking for the Park Orchard player looking to leap, and just takes it out of his hands, Jack, and gets the first goal for Park Orchards in this second quarter. And that's how they wanted to start this second quarter, Trent.
Must be a howling breeze to the right of the screen. That's the scoring end.
It did hold up when the Blackburn were looking at kicking to the left there. So
Park Orchards have their long-awaited first. Much to the appreciation of the faithful. They're strung out across the fence. As Blackburn again will try and answer. Good mark taken there by Cormac. He's judged it well and is quick to move it on. Spots a teammate out wide. It sails over his head. Running onto it there, that was Williams for Blackburn. Scrub a little ball forward. Might work out to his teammate Parton, although his fumble invited the pressure. They can flick it out wide. Macro is dumped. Macro Carnus, that is. Slow it down, Trent.
And good tackling by Braden Scott there for Park Orchards. Two really strong tackles. Probably should have been awarded a free kick, I thought.
So Trembath again down into the path of Vipond. Drives a low ball forward. There's Murray again. Called his name a fair few times to start this second term. Drives a long ball. 1-on-1 contest at the teeth of goal. It'll bounce just short of the pair. Running onto it there, that was McLeod. Off the deck. Now Walsam can track this one. He's heavily pressured. Good rundown, closing tackle applied. We'll have a stoppage. Park Orchard's player did well against the outnumber there to stop him in his tracks, Scotty.
It was a strong tackle. Now Blackburn look at trying to get it in as they've got it on their far side, but good tackling pressure by Park Orchard. No, I thought that might have been a free kick, but no, umpire says I'll have it. Hard to get a free kick at the moment from the umpires. They're just letting the play go on, so umpire throws it up. And man, Trembath taps it down, but only as far as the Blackburn player again, and two Park Orchards players tackle Parton there for Blackburn, so the umpire says I'll have it, and we get another throw up. Strong tap there by Trembath, and now Park Orchard's going forward. That's better. Contest in the forward line, just to a one-on-one. Really good effort there by Riddiford. Riddiford puts it towards the far side, and it's going to... Just seeing what the umpire's going to call. Yeah, last possession. So Park Orchards get the kick. I just can't see who that player is on the far wing. I just can't see his number until he turns around. But it looks to kick it up to the top of the square. That wind really carries it far and wide, and Park Orchards go at the ball there with Cullen, but it just spoils out the back, and that's a minus score. So that takes the score Blackburn 4-2-26 to Park Orchards 1-3-9. We've played 8 minutes into the second quarter, Trent.
Barnes again off the leash. Another uncontested mark coming up. He can pop it over the top to his teammate in right. Just the required distance. Back to Barnes again. Just racking it up. Short again. There's Blackburn players out here. Parton has it in hand. Can head back to right if he pleases. Instead, further down the line, it was off the side of the boot. It'll trickle out of bounds in between the opposing benches and right in front of us, Scotty.
Yeah, Blackburn happy to chip it around there, and Matt Fadia finally gets the kick that he was after. That you put. Hopefully, Blake recorded that to get that on his socials.
Is there a disposal count for him?
A final farewell. Ruck's going. There has to be a free kick somewhere in there as they both tackle each other. But umpire says play on. Blackburn pushing it forward, and Oglethorpe bounces forward now. Park Orchards looking at clearing a dangerous handball by Leonard. but still they managed to get it out. Macronis out to the far side, and it's a foot race here. Zach Murray into it, tackle applied by him on the Park Orchard player, and now Park Orchard scrap it out. Well done out there on the far wing, so Park Orchard's pushing it forward, but the Blackburn player tries to take a mark in Ip Kieran there, hands it into the inside, right, around the body, trying to clear it out, but big hit there.
Went heavily.
Very good mark for Park Orchards as they push it into their forward line, looking to score again. A little bit of a foot race at the back, but Blackburn happy to see it over there with Buckley just addressing it, and that's another behind, so that takes it 4-2-26 Blackburn lead. Park Orchard 1-4-10. We've played 10 minutes into the second quarter. Trent?
And Everett won't be happy with the ease that Blackburn have been able to exit from these kick-ins. On the head broadcast side now, long ball. In good marking shape there was Telford. That's exactly what we've been talking about. Inboard now, Barnes again.
Trent Barth had to do better there. He's the bigger man.
Barnes goes short to a teammate in Murray. Centre square at Bayswater Oval. Good smother applied by Macronis. And now a high up and under. He'll try and mark his own footy. The Park Orchards player, he does! And it's been paid. Spiteri it was off his own boot. I'm not sure if that...
I don't think that's allowed, but anyway, play on. He kicks it and applies the tackle, so it only goes as far as the Blackburn player.
It got me hype. I'm not sure if that was warranted.
It was believed, so the umpire called the mark, so why not? Rucks go at it. A little bit of a switch in the ruck with Caden Campbell for Park Orchards going into the contest now. Looking at whether they haven't put Cooper forward, so I thought they might have let him rest there, but Rucks go at it, a pile on. Two Park Orchards players apply the tackle on Brown, and the umpire says, I'll have it. Straight in front of the commentary box here. Ruck, good tap down there by Campbell. First time we've seen him in the ruck contest today, and he's doing a good job. It's just Park Orchards again struggling to find it out of the middle. So they need their rovers and centres to clear it where they can, because they're getting first look at it. Kick far and wide, but Blackburn going to pick it up here just to snap around the body. Probably had a little bit more time, and that has just pushed that ball well and truly wide. That wind is obviously playing a little bit of havoc around there, so it'll be a Park Orchards free through our man. We're going to have to work on that one. Macronis will call it. I think we're still saying it wrong, so apologies. But Blackburn around the body, only as far as right. Now looking at clearing, but that wind pushing it deep and wide. It picks it up by Park Orchards through Mouldy. Pushes it into their forward line. Pack goes at it, out the back. Oh, just a miss there. I think that looked like Matthew Wallace having a snap around the body. If we're just trying to see the replay, but another minor behind. Park Orchards had a lot of the footy this second quarter, just can't find it. I don't know if that's going to hurt them. Like we're saying, this seems to be the scoring end. They're just hitting the behinds, unfortunately.
So Williams, with the kick-out duties, he's quick to exit. Spots a teammate in Murray on the far side. Marks well. He can turn and go, because his teammate Carter was out. Down the line again, the ball movement on show for Blackburn. Not on this occasion, it'll trickle out, and it'll be Amir to bring it back inside the field of play after the last possession rule. So back from whence he came, he heads flying high. That was Cullen spilling the mark, and he'll turn tackle up at ground level. True centre wing side, elevated well and couldn't bring it to ground. So it'll be tossed up again for Telford to contest in the ruck again. A high free kick. Park Orchards, Faulkner's footy can head inside 50. Cullen's got back. He's drifted back into the hole. Applies a good dumping tackle along with his teammate Sonderhoff. And Bevan getting involved in pitch up.
Park Orchards applying some really good tackles too, generally at the ball contender.
So again, working in a phone box there. That was Sonderhoff. And again, another minor score. That Park Orchards faithful, the Sharks, circling. They're desperate for something to cheer about, Scotty.
They are, and you can feel it if they do get the goals on the board. They've had every part of possession at the moment as Blackburn look to clear it out. Really nice mark there by Carter. So Carter looks to inside it, and Blackburn sort of seems to have the spare players. Park Orchard probably need to man up a little bit. They're just getting out of their back line a little bit too easy. As it goes to kick, the ball holds up in the breeze, and Park Orchard's player under it there. I couldn't see who that player was, but he looks to push it forward. Really nice kick. That breeze just pushing it far into Park Orchard's forward 50, but Blackburn clearing out. They've got numbers here. Oh, really nice attack at the ball there for Park Orchard. I couldn't see. It's on the far side, and he's just kicked it out to the pocket. I think it was Rosamel there. So a really good contest at the ball now. Blackburn look at kicking it out through Brown, but
it's a scrap on again.
Yeah,
bit of an aftermath.
A bit of push and shove. Umpire just says, "Thank you, I've none of it," and I'll just chuck the ball up. So tap down towards Faulkner there as he snaps around the body, but only as far as the Blackburn player in Buckley. Buckley pushing it out there, and there's our man Barnes. He's racking up the possessions, as Trent said earlier, and still finding plenty of it. Not the greatest kick, but it manages to go towards Brown.
It's been a sign of their day.
Yeah,
as well.
They've got numbers here as well. They just need to look through the centre and play through there, but they go out on the far side to a really big contest. Probably not the right option, and it stacks on. Players attack the ball. Really good attacking pressure by Blackburn, but that tackling pressure from Park Orchard is just as much. Two players tack the ball again for Park Orchard, and Blackburn player feeling the effects of their man in the yellow boots. It's number 19 in Reece Dakin. They're just a little bit slow to get up and asking, where was my free kick, umpire?
So it'll be tossed up again through centre wing side. No prior there. We'll have a secondary stoppage. Secondary ball up. There it is. Slap forward again. That was Campbell. And Park Orchards can gain some meterage. Cullen again. The bounce was unkind for him. Did not favour him one bit. The tackle applied there from Park Orchards. They've pressured well, but it's that scoreboard pressure that they need to apply. More importantly, Blackburn win the hit out to no real advantage. Slap forward off the boot of Telford, it might have been, and out of bounds again. And the boundary umpire points the way of Park Orchards. The forwards having trouble reading this wind-affected footy. Cullinan was the meat in the sandwich there. Bevan hurried off it. Faulkner off a step, round the body, and it's there. The Park Orchards faithful. Right around that one. There's a wee up in the commentary box. Faulkner it was. She fed it back to him nicely.
And really good reward for effort there, as we've spoken about. They needed that goal. They needed just to close the gap with the amount of possession that they've had. I think very, very important. And just as noted, Cooper Trembath comes on and he goes straight forward. So I think that's a change they probably need to look at, because Hayden Campbell's doing really well in the ruck. As rucks go at it, as I say that, he just gets pushed down to the ground by Hayden Telford, who had a really strong ruck contest. Park Orchards possibly got players out here, but no, the Blackburn players now get it back on their terms through Warsome. Warsome kicks it, but it's drop marked by Mouldy. Play on, says umpire, running players. I think everyone here snap around the body, and it is wide by Zach Murray. Yeah, it would have hurt.
That would have hurt.
He had a lot more time, probably needed a little bit more torque. So that moves the score to 4-3-27. Lead Park Orchards 2-6-18. We've played 18 minutes into this second quarter, and looking at going out by way of kick out from Owen. I'm calling him Mouldy, but that's probably not right either. We'll have to work on that one over half-time, as he gives an absolute booming kick right down the centre, and that goes all the way to their forward line nearly. So Blackburn look at clearing out. What an amazing kick from the back pocket there. So Blackburn take possession through the pond. Slowly moving it, wary of time here, which isn't on side of Park Orchard. Down the back, kick out of mid-air. Attacking the footy there is Blackburn, but a really strong tackle. The ball flies out. Park Orchard need to move here, need to get that ball pushing forward. The umpire says, no, I'll have it. As Will Oglethorpe gets tackled and the umpire says, I'll have a centre ball right on the far side of the wing.
So 60 seconds left to play out here. It's time for one more, you'd think. Park Orchard's ball forward was smothered. Just invited the pressure. Good tackle played there. That was Sonderhoff of the William variety. Bodies just crash in. There'll be some sore boys tomorrow, but there is no tomorrow, so both players leaving it all out there today. 30 seconds now. Campbell again rises high. Faulkner can throw it on the boot. Dribbling ball forward to the arc. Park Orchard's player lost his footing.
I think there was Spiteri down the bottom there. Just unfortunate to lose his feet. They were on.
How quickly did the numbers converge to Bees to a honeypot. Campbell again. Down to McLeod. Couldn't handle it. And now he's upended. Head first into the turf. It was Dickinson it was. So there's just siren marking half-time. Main break ahead. Scotty will run through the sole goal kicker there for Park Orchards that quarter.
Yeah, we got 2 goals scored. Matthew Faulkner with one and Jack Rossomel with the other. Unfortunately, Blackburn no score in that second quarter. So Blackburn lead 4-3-27 to Park Orchards 2-6-18 as we head into the halftime break, and we'll be back after this break.
AFL Victoria, with the support of Leagues and Clubs, are committed to keeping our game great, and we are strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. We are encouraging all spectators not to confuse their anger with passion. We're all here for the same reason, for the love of Australia's favourite game. We want supporters, parents and players to make a promise to be the best versions of themselves and to support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life every week on local grounds across our great state. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Welcome back to Eastland EFNL Grand Final day between Blackburn and Park Orchards for the Under-19s Premier Grand Final, live from Bayswater Oval. We've got Blackburn leading 4-3-27 to Park Orchards 2-6-18. I'm Scott Hardy and I'm joined by Trent Cullen. Trent, it was a scoring quarter for Park Orchards, which is what you want to see, but probably a few too many behinds as well in the same breath.
Yeah, they probably didn't make the most of that scoring end. We probably understated how much that wind is playing havoc to the right of the screen there. But yeah, I think 4 or 5 behinds that quarter. A number of gettable chances that they missed, and for Blackburn as well, they had a chance streaming forward as well. They could have put it 10 rows back, walking into an open goal. So they'll certainly be rowing those both sides.
Yeah, we probably didn't call it right. I just didn't think the wind was going to be as strong to the right, and I just felt that Blackburn had sort of come out of the blocks firing. So this will be a really good indication as to how that right of screen is playing out, whether Park Orchards have turned things around or changed. So we'll have this third quarter very much getting underway very shortly. We're just waiting for a few supporters and security to remove themselves from the field, and the umpire's just looking around. Just seeing the ruck. They've gone back to Cooper Trembath in the ruck. I like him forward. I like the way Campbell was handling it, but we'll see how it goes. I'll hand over to you, Trent.
So second half action. It's grand final day. Murray again off a step. Sends a high one. Falls off hands again. And his opposing number 24, Malati, hacks it forward. Blackburn have good representation at ground level. The pressure's hot from Park Orchards. Scott again turns tackler, wraps him up well, and the umpire crosses his arms, and we'll have a ball up again. It's Braden Scott turning tackler on Norton there. As winning the hit out, that was Mannix trying to step through traffic. Malati again getting involved. Scott wrapped up. Was dispossessed, and then a holding free's been picked out.
Oh, they have to pay that.
He can flick it off to Faulkner, linking up by hand to the hot spot now. A long ball. Running over the top of it there was a forward for Park Orchards, and they can clear. Now do Blackburn. The race is on. Warsome winning out. Tries to handball it over the top, although it's all Park Orchards. Malati started this second half well. Rising high, third up was Park Orchards, couldn't handle it. And then Blackburn tried to draw the free kick, just threw it out. That was Barnes on his hands and knees. Broadcast side now, a low drilling ball. Which pierces his chest of his teammate. Parton it was, love it.
He thought it was 25.
And he's off to the races too.
Get back. The umpire's just saying, just get back over your mark. It's not 25. It probably should have been. He dragged him down when he could have played on. So
not having a bar of it was the umpire there in question. So down the line again. Parton finds Norton. Their ball movement has been well, picking out the eyes of this Park Orchard zone.
Bombs it forward, leaping at the mark there, at the ball there, spills out to the back down to Mannix. Mannix looks at, hands it inside towards the running player in Emery, but Park Orchard's possibly looking at clearing it out. Hands it over to himself. I'll come back to that one. I've butchered it again. We'll get you right at the end of the day. So Blackburn play it onto the player's foot, rushed behind. Macrocarnis is what I was trying to get out. We talked about it over the half, and a man that's found plenty of football. So rush behind there for Blackburn. Now Park Orchards look to clear out.
So Bellardi in the long sleeves in two minds. Opts to head on the outer wing side. Barnes again with a late fist down the throat of the Park Orchards player who was playing Rover. Running over the top of it was Sonderhoff. Just clean bowled everyone, and then a good tackle's applied there. It spills out the back the way of Williams, it might have been, or Vapond. Blackburn can collect at ground level, just throwing it on the boot. It was a blind ball forward, and it'll land with Blackburn, who can kick it back from whence it came. Faulkner flies in, third man up with a fist, and he'll track it towards the line, and it'll beat everyone. Scotty.
Hard to find a free kick at the start of this third quarter. Players probably have to be rewarded a bit more for effort at this stage.
It's been played between the arcs the opening couple of minutes here in the third term.
It has. Umpire throws up on the far side. Park Orchards out towards Parsons. Parsons runs on, but just gets pushed over the boundary, and the umpire says, "I'll have it." So directly opposite the commentary box on the far side of the wing. Umpire throws it up, rucks at it with Trembath. Falls out to the backside and out of bounds again. Blackburn looking at whether his last possession, but hands it back to the umpire and will get a ball up and hasn't moved very far. Rucks go at it. A good tap down there by Blackburn. Taps it down and gets the ball straight back over the top. That ball flies with the wind. A foot chase on here with Roche. Roche looking at trying to get possession around there, but three Park Orchards players tackle him, and he's going absolutely nowhere. So the umpire says, "I'll have the ball."
Wearing him like a glove. Roche is one to watch out for. Two rucks go at it again. Just used his body well. Tried to find Barnes, and instead Rossomel stepped into the path. Shoved out of it. There was the Park Orchards player sitting under the high ball.
Yeah, Trembath.
He'll be gifted a free kick. That's Trembath, the big ruckman. It's a low drilling ball. His teammate called him out of it and then spilt the mark. Just invites Blackburn to go to work. Running over the top of it. That was Faulkner pressuring the Blackburn midfielder. It's thrown out of there. Barnes again. Round the corner off a step. Fisted out of Roach's reach. And it'll trickle through for a minor score. So Blackburn extend their lead to 11 now. 4-5-29, playing Park Orchards 2-6-18. It's important for Park Orchards, the Sharks, to put the clamps on this quarter because they'll have the wind to the right of the screen in the last, Scotty.
Yeah, they don't want it to sort of get too far out. So struggled to score at the left of screen in the first quarter. So hopefully they've learned from that as they look to clear out, and a good diving mark there taken by Parsons. So he's had a little bit of the ball at the start of this third quarter and looking to kick forward. Marking contest at it, but going to be a free kick for holding.
Push it might have been.
Oh, was it a push? Yep, towards Blackburn. So Blackburn now just want to get it as far as they can. That wind assisted as it pushes the ball further and further, but a good mark there by Cullen for Park Orchards.
That's been a change too. Cullen drifted back in the defensive half.
And a good mark by that man as he pushes towards the contest, and it is taken. There it is paid. I just couldn't see the player as he looks, as Park Orchards look to play it on. The ball sort of holds up a little bit. Good use of the body by Park Orchards. As he gets tackled, you have to be paid for holding the ball there, but umpire says, "Oh, that is high." That one is definitely going to be a free kick. He might be getting carded here.
Yeah, Dory's reaching in the back of his pocket.
And
he's a man who loves theatre, and there's a red card. Faulkner sent off.
Oh, that is
the grand final, Nick Dorr.
Oh, he is
filthy.
Oh, look, it was definitely a free kick, and I can understand the yellow card, but I just didn't think the red card was... Oh, I just didn't think it was red carded, but...
Considering he's back up on his feet too.
Yeah, like I can understand if he's, if he's definitely totally injured and removed from the game, but that's tough. He's gone for heavy at the ball, and he's off and furious. So umpires look at resetting it.
It's been called back.
Yeah,
luckily too.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest kick there for Blackburn through Oglethorpe. So Oglethorpe will redo and hopefully learn from that mistake where he kicked it out of bounds. He's looking for players to come at him, but he's got no real option, so he just kicks it as far as he can with the assist of the wind. Good mark in front by Park Orchards. There's Trembath. Strong mark by the ruck. Holds it up. Now needs to find a target. He kicks it over the top, and a nice spoil there by Williams for Blackburn. So umpires will ball it up. Just need to find that spare bit of composure for Park Orchards, especially going into that breeze, rather than sort of bombing it forward. Umpire throws a ruck contest, tap down there by Mannix, and he kicks it forward. Good leading mark at it there for Park Orchards in Haliotis. We haven't called his name too much. Looking for the switch here. Mark taken by Amir. Amir's got the spare in Scott. This is better by Park Orchards. This is what I was talking about, finding that option. Good kick.
This is Blackburn-like ball movement at the moment.
It is. Dickinson looks to the centre. Now they've got the run. Now they push through it, through Amir. Good use of the ball. Player in front and a strong mark there by Spiteri. McLaren Spiteri needs this goal just to close that gap, and really good ball movement there, Trent.
So they've come out of the main break with some positional changes, and they're working in their favour.
So no delay. Spiteri in, looks towards goal, and the crowd goes up behind. Great start for Park Orchards. McLaren Spiteri kicks Park Orchards' first goal, and that's exactly what they were after in this third quarter, going against the Breeze. So very pleasing and very good ball movement by Park Orchards, which we had spoken about. Once we get the score there, it's Blackburn 4-5-29 leads Park Orchards 3-6-24. Played 9 minutes into the third quarter, Trent.
So it's breathed big life into this Park Orchards outfit. Trembath again down the throat of Rossimal. Throws it forward, using his body well there. That might have been Trembath again.
Yep.
Can try and slap it forward into the path of his teammate. Collecting there was Vipond. Found his teammate by hand, hacks it out there. It's a blind ball forward. That's all Park Orchards at the moment. Sonderhoff, sorry, at the fall there. Heads to the hot spot now. Trembath again will try and run on this one. Vipond can try and link up with Telford by foot. Missed him. Rossimal. Hospital handball to his teammate. Put him under a lot of heat. And then off a step, McLeod dribbles it forward. Trembath presenting well. Sonderhoff steps clear. Try and break free now. Can link up by hand with his teammate. That was Wallace. Turns on goal. Oh, the biggest anticlimax of the day.
The crowd lying to us. Lying. They thought that was in. It must have just bent at the last minute.
Usually the crowd will tell the story. Not on this occasion. Had us fooled.
Just missed.
And there's a...
The crowd's now starting to get into it, which we love to see. Really big kick there by Blackburn. That wind assisting gets it as far as the wing. But Park Orchards look at cleaning up here through Parsons. Parsons hands it. Really quick movement of the footy, which is great. But underneath it, Blackburn player taking the mark there is Oglethorpe. Kicks it in towards the centre. Needs to be a big mark. Oh, good attack at the ball there, Macronis. Kicks it forward. Park Orchards leap at it. Down there, good, strong tackle, but...
holding free.
No, bring it back. And that's... he's felt it there. That's number 9, Ryan Dickinson. He got absolutely hammered there.
Right in the midriff. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
Trainer's talking to him, but he's going to at least have his kick. He won't make the distance with the breeze, so he just looks to lay it up into the centre. Oh, sits under it there for Park Orchard, but really good spoil now. Blackburn out with numbers. Could use hands if wanted to, but takes the kicking option. Player held without it. Here's our man, Makrakanis. Makrakanis, that's finally off. I think I finally got it right on the side. You have to pay, and they want a card. If you've already called one, so I'd say what colour? No, he's going to give him yellow. That's the hard part there. So Vipond is yellowed. He comes off and free kick for Park Orchards. Definitely had to call it there, and that's what I thought, the first one should have been.
Jeez, what colour was that? We had eyes on the red.
Oh, he got it, brought it out. Yeah, he's like, hang on a minute, not that one. So Park Orchards just assessing umpire, just trying to jot down the numbers, so taking kick here for Luke Cormack to push it forward, Trent.
So Cormack now, reward for effort there, putting his head in the hole. Can wheel and go, just opens up the angle to the hot spot now. Big pack converges, Trembath tried to split it open, and Sonderhoff turns tackler on his opposing number 9. The umpire wasting no time again. Trembath slaps it forward again. Park Orchards, wouldn't they love another one here? Certainly the faithful would. Off a step there, flying shot. Skewed way off target. And it might be Park Orchards footy here with Vipond.
Blackburn's got it.
Sorry, Blackburn. That's the second time today. Got the two mixed up. Right, floats in from the side. Good mark, and the lefty can turn on his preferred and spots up Barnes. He's got Smith for company, tracking it on ground level, and Barnes does enough to evade him with fancy footwork and drives a long ball forward. Cullen standing in the hole. The ball evaded everyone in the process, and it'll be Park Orchard's footy with the last possession rule, Scotty.
Yeah, James Roche just wanted the ball on the other side for his lead. So Park Orchards looked to clear, but this is going to be going straight back towards Blackburn.
Switch was on too. They had the numbers.
Yeah, average kick. There's our man, Nathaniel Barnes. He has to be getting in the votes for best on today as he kicks it forward. Good leap at the contest. Spoils out the back. Park Orchard's got numbers. They've got to use a shepherd here, but they butcher it and it goes just kicked out of bounds. How's the umpire see this? And there's, and he's given it. So Blackburn.
Matty Fodia, we won't count those as a disposal. That was a throw.
Yeah, gets to go here through Jobling. Just lays it to the top of mark taken by Park Orchards, and they play on. He probably had time to assess his options and put his teammate under pressure, and they just bomb it out. It only goes as far as Mitchell Williams. So Williams, I would say, will have a shot here because that breeze we have seen will carry this, and he's not on a bad angle. So he'll kick from inside the centre square, and you'd love to have that on your resume to say in a grand final, I've kicked a bomb. So he looks to load up. Mitchell Williams onto the right, gives it a kick, but that's gone far, far wide. So does not get it on the resume. He gets it out on the full instead. I really jinxed it probably for him, so apologies.
Just search for that extra metre or two. The accuracy was affected there, so Cullen can do the same and bomb it out of defensive 50. It was all Blackburn at the full. They probably spilled it. No communication there. Running onto it there was Buckley for Blackburn. Can head out wide to his teammate in Carter, who tries to step through traffic. Was dispossessed and then it will trickle out of bounds. That was the pressure of Haliotis. So ticked over the 15-minute mark here in the third term. We've gone that long without mentioning the Premiership quarter. It's a high up and under to the teeth of goal. 2-on-1 situation, and Blackburn at the fall. It was Road. It was the meat and the sandwich. The meat and the Park Orchard sandwich.
Too strong there. You had two on him, and Park Orchards probably should have done a little bit better in that contest.
So Road right behind this one. 45-degree angle. Point blank range. Road strolls in. Kick is on its way, and he extends Blackburn's lead. Just what the doctor ordered if you're a fan of the black and red.
The fans are happy with that as they've got the flags going down in front of us.
Heavily outnumbered.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's not a bad split. We saw obviously Park Orchard stay on the field through that half-time break, and they had a fair representation. Umpires looking at throwing up the ball, get your score in a minute as the scoreboard sort of briefly went down. Umpire throws it now. Blackburn looking at getting it out, but Park Orchard's a good attack of the footy there by McLeod. Blackburn's, good tackle. You have to pay it, you do. He delayed it, he liked it. And Zachary McLeod gets it, hands off, but he's going to be under pressure straight away there for Sonderhoff. Sonderhoff looks to the inside for the player of Campbell at the goal. Good attack on the footy, spoils out the back and touched over the line.
Missed his boot there.
Oh, just again. Yeah, slipped at the wrong time. So takes the score, Blackburn 5-5-35, lead Park Orchards 3-8-26. We're paid 18 minutes into this third quarter. Going to be a ripping fourth quarter coming up, so don't go anywhere.
So broadcast side, Blackburn will try and flick it out there. Stepping through traffic was caught high. And Dory's quick to gesture that.
Gives a bit of lip as well, I like it. It's stepped up, this game.
This game's gone to another level. Stick around. Under 2 minutes left to play out here. 1-on-1 contest here. Turned into a 2-on-1 rather. Flying in third up. That was Haliotis to fist it over the line.
Yeah, as the crowd's built, the players have really got into it.
Park Orchards, don't want to speak too soon, but they've done enough to stay within touching distance. Blackburn will get another opportunity to go forward, although smother was applied. They'll get another crack at it, heading inside 50 now, a 2-on-1 situation again, and the mark's been paid. Cullen had all sorts of hands on that.
Looking at the replay, I thought Park Orchard's in. Oh yeah, I thought maybe just went straight through his mitts.
That's play on for me, but
yeah,
I'm in no position to call it. The umpire obviously had a good view of that one. So anyway, Roche strolls in and makes no mistake of that. And Blackburn again, kick clear. Nice little buffer created, thanks to James Roche.
And you said you didn't want to put the Moz on, but I think you put the Moz on because Blackburn just have gone bang. Thank you.
That's probably the definition of a Moz right there.
Yeah, they needed to. They again, disappointing. A 2-on-1 for Park Orchards down there. They needed to at least kill it. Just, I don't care if you don't take the mark, just spike it. So disappointing, but umpires straight at it. Played 19 minutes, get extra time. Played on through the third and fourth quarter. So play on. Blackburn looking at kicking forward. Are they going to score another one? Park Orchards need to handle this. Macrocanis, there we go. Now I've got it. He kicks it, but it just goes straight to Blackburn, and they're happy to slow that down through Mitchell Williams. They've got spares here in the centre, but he goes through a big kicking option for a 2-on-1. Oh, good use of the body there by Barnes. He is definitely getting votes. Kicks it to the top of the square. Oh, shepherded out. Yes, that is every day of the week. And here he is again for another look at the goals, James Roche. So in the last couple of minutes, possibly could add 2 goals to Blackburn's score. And I really think the Moz has been put on him there, Trent. So Roche, dead set in front. Good kicking action on the right, stabs at it, and bang! There's another goal for Blackburn in this third quarter. They take a nice little lead, and really good kicking action there, and a really good mark for him.
So Roche stamping his class on the biggest of stages here. That's 3 for the day and 2 in a minute. He's creating havoc for those Park Orchards defenders, and probably giving Andreas Everett a bit of a headache too with that matchup. They've thrown players behind the ball, but not working as they would have hoped. Again, back in the centre of Bayswater Oval. The clearance goes the way of Park Orchards. Cullen again slaps it forward, just spikes it. The Pond can't collect, his teammate did. And the race is on now. Leading, that's Emery for Blackburn. Does well to flick it over the top into his path. Running onto it now, can link up by hand with a forward pass. Macronis again. Spilling it there was Maladi, who's had a good premiership quarter. But despite his efforts, Blackburn extend their lead. It's out to a worrying 21 points. Just set myself up for quick maths there. That was some dangerous times.
Well, I felt the danger coming. I was just going to let you go with that one. So well done, Trent. So 7-5-47. Blackburn lead Park Orchards 3-8-26. And there's the siren at the end of the third quarter. We had a few goal scorers that quarter. Roche kicked 2, so he takes his total to 3. And Will Rowe kicks the single for Park Orchards. They just had the single goal scorer in McLaren Spiteri. We lead into this final fourth quarter. We'll be back after this break. Stay tuned for what should be a rugby contest.
Football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
Australian communities thrive. They have all the products and tech you expect from a big bank, with service you don't. It's Bendigo Bank. Who you bank with? Try Bendigo. Search bendigobank.com.au or search Bendigo Bank near me.
How would you like to be celebrated?
I think I'd like to be celebrated with lots of music, dancing, a bit of a party.
I'd like to be celebrated at the pub with a few frothies.
Maybe some colourful balloons, my favourite flowers. How about some glitter?
I'd like to be celebrated in space.
Outdoors, having all my family and friends together.
At Tobin Brothers Funerals, they know that every life is unique and they think that every celebration should be too. Find out more at tobinbrothers.com.au. Tobin Brothers Funerals, celebrating lives.
Sprained your ankle bursting through the banner? For bumps, breaks or bleeds, be seen sooner, close to home at Knox Private 24/7 Emergency Department. You'll generally experience shorter wait times. Knox Private 24/7 Emergency, 262 Mountain Highway, Wanturna.
At Yarra Valley Water, we know reducing your shower time, or show time, to 4 minutes can save you an average of $200 a year on water and energy bills. Shower shorter. Save water. Authorised by the Victorian Government, 1 Treasury Place, Melbourne.
Today at East.
Welcome back to Eastland EFNL Grand Final between Blackburn and Park Orchards Under-19s Premier Grand Final. What a contest we've had. So it's still anyone's for the taking. Blackburn 7-5-47, lead Park Orchards 3-8-26, as that breeze is still lingering. So Park Orchards going towards what we've been calling the scoring end for half of the game, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Just waiting for a few spectators to get off the ground. Trent, how'd you find that third quarter?
No, it was good. It's set up for a mouth-watering finish. I think Roche certainly stood up in that premiership quarter, and he was probably the difference from a Blackburn perspective in gaining some momentum and scoreboard pressure heading into the last.
2 massive goals in that third quarter, just in the last couple of minutes. That's unforgivable for Park Orchards, so they have to bounce back and have to find a goal pretty quick out of the middle just to keep that pressure applied and keep the faithful cheering for them. A few stragglers still trying to get off the ground, so umpires looking around, and we'll have it underway very shortly. Umpire now grabs the ball and we'll start this fourth quarter. I'll hand it over to Trent.
So we turn for home here. Under-19s Premier Division Grand Final. Trembath again. He's had a solid day out in the ruck. There's Murray for Blackburn, trying to flick it over the top. Instead, Park Orchards can link up by hand with Scott on the outer. Running shotgun, can drive it forward to Cullen, who was dumped headfirst in the turf after taking a good mark. What's he got from here? Dory just setting him back on his line. Take his best efforts from here.
This will show us how the breeze is sort of handling this fourth quarter.
He's had his troubles this year in this part of the game. Set shot kicking. So Cullen now, for the perfect start to this last term, strolls in, made a pretty good fist of it. It'll head to the line and sail just over the line, rush through in the end. Geez, for a moment there, probably just underneath it a touch.
It was looking really good, but just didn't probably have its carry as much as it has had through the game. So kick out, Park Orchard looking at trying to get back in, but good pick up there by Warsom for Blackburn. Hands it off down to Mannix. Mannix kicks out on the far side. Good run on here, players for Blackburn. Takes it on, just gives it a kick. Oh, he's been tripped. It's a foot race. It's bouncing ball and rushed. Oh, I don't know how that wasn't a free. The Park Orchards player naturally lost his feet. As he's going down, he's grabbed the player in front for Blackburn, and I would have thought that would have been tripping every single day, but umpires, whether just didn't see it or missed it or felt like they clicked each other's feet, but unfortunate incident there and Roach looked like he was going to have another one.
That was the old heading to the end zone and the ankle tap from behind. As Park Orchards will clear again. It's a long ball out. Missing it on the run there. That was Park Orchards, although they butter up at ground level again. For Pond in best position. Just fisted it out of the reach of Wallace. We'll have another stoppage, so what can Park Orchards do to try and draw back this deficit? Trembath again, he'll certainly have a say. Park Orchards player, Blackburn instead dumped and illegal in the end. So
Dickinson a little bit too hard on that tackle. I thought seemed fair, but
it'll go the way of Brown in the red and black stripes. He heads down the line. Big pack converges. Blackburn players at the fall. There's Macronus. His kick forward was smothered. Rossomali throws it on the boot forward and running onto it at the fall. That was Sonderhoff. Geez, he was brave to take on the tackler. Now a high ball, a shallow entry. It's a 2-on-1 favouring Blackburn. Although Park Orchards, they do well. The Sharks to circle. Finds his head at the end. There's Wallace for Pond. Just dives on top on his back. We'll have another stoppage. So the Sharks are circling here inside 50. Tossed high again. Couldn't collect the hot footy at ground level. That was Spiteri. And Blackburn connects it now. Macronus fists it away. There's Millardi. It was stripped of it. Butters up again at ground level and then stacks on style. Dory will have it, Scotty.
Now umpire just happy to let the players play on. Both players appealed for a free kick there, but umpire had none of it and just said, I'll have the bounce. So throws it up. Tap down there by Trembath. Only as far there. Holding the man there. So Park Orchards just, Nicholas Smith just holding the player and the umpire says, yes, that will be a free kick. So now Blackburn looking at where they can find the ball. That's going to be touched off the boot. So umpire will say play on. Blackburn get it out, but only as far as the Park Orchards player gets heavily tackled into the ground. Big, strong tackle there by Brown, Jesse Brown that is, on number 14, Braden Scott. So umpire says, I'll have it again. Trembath down, good towards the player there of Rossomel. Rossomel kicks it forward, but spoiled there by Mitchell Williams. Tries to push it out to the far side. Bit of a foot race with Pugh. Pugh gets tackled down there by Park Orchards. And umpire says, I'll have it. So hard footy at the moment, hard to find clean possession. Park Orchards need to use this. Trembath goes up, but taps straight down to the Blackburn players, back towards Park Orchards. Good attack of the football there by Spiteri. Drops it though, and Blackburn looked to clear out. Mark goes at it there for Mannix. Hands off to Norton. Only as far as Park Orchards player in number 9, Dickinson. Hands really tight footy here. Oh, good attack of the footy. Another big tackle. Tackle upon tackle. And isn't he letting him know about it? And the umpire says, I won't have any of it.
Just get up.
The ball up.
Get up, you two. So Trembath again. It's probably better off just grasping it out of the ruck. Oh, big elbow there. Didn't make connection there on Dickinson. Trembath again down the throat of a Blackburn player. Seen that the majority of today's proceedings. Warson now in some clear running room. Drives a low ball forward. Park Orchards had good representation at the fall, though the handball into space did not work out. He'll get another opportunity to butter up. There again, Blackburn can try and link it up by hand. They do well. And a good mark taken there.
Crucial.
Had my heart in the mouth there for that Park Orchards player.
Good attack at the footy there. Now Park Orchards look at getting it out through Sanderhoff, pushing it forward, bouncing on the cricket pitch wicket. Got the spare out here towards the number 35 Campbell, but spoils it. Now gives it a kick, goes towards goal. It's got the carry. Campbell from outside 50. gives Park Orchards the first score on the board, and that is exactly what you want.
That's going to breathe big life into this Park Orchards outfit.
And
nice little spark there from Campbell.
Yeah, and good shepherding by Cooper Trembath as well there. Let that ball carry the winds, obviously working well.
So here we go now. Blackburn with the lead. Park Orchards are coming. 7-6-48. Playing the Sharks 4-9-33. Back in the centre of Bayswater Oval. Rosamel just hacks it high up and under. They can link up by hand. Dickinson found his teammate in Parsons, who tried to butter up at ground level. Stacks on again. The ball's locked in underneath all that. 40 out from home. Way of Park Orchards. Big faithful. They'd love to ride home another hit. Trembath again. It's all Blackburn at the fall. Parton off a step, hacks it out of defensive 50. Malati attacked it well and was in turn attacked well by the tackler in Brown.
Good attacking out the footy there by Malati.
So Campbell now to do battle with Telford. Neither win out. It's a 0-0 draw in the ruck. Park Orchards have the numbers here at the fall. Cullen now, if it sits, he's in business. Or it didn't, just invites Blackburn to go to work. And now a rush ball, the pressure was hot. And it bounces on the wrong side of the line, but it's smothered. So off hands and it'll be thrown in.
Lucky to escape that Blackburn. I thought Park Orchards were going to get the free kick for out on the full, but just touched. So Campbell back into rucking duty. So I think goes as far as that man Barnes. Barnes kicks it, but Macronis takes the mark for Park Orchards and looks to reset and push them forward. Nice strong kick down. Marks at it, but spoils out the back. Picks it up there. Spiteri, big tackle. Hands off. Back towards only his Blackburn player. 2-on-1 at the moment. Park Orchards in front, but there's a holding.
All sorts of holding going on there.
Yeah, and it's awarded to Blackburn. So Jesse Brown's got the free kick, and he just holds it up a little bit as we've played 9 minutes in this fourth quarter. Kicks it forward, but he's hurt himself, Macronis there, but looks to, takes a strong mark, now looks to push forward, and he's hobbling, he might come off. Kicks it in, but Blackburn take the mark. Now got the run outside, got the spare out here, but just really good forward pressure by Park Orchard. Blackburn just have to bomb it on the boot. Just goes only as far as Malati. Malati's had a bit of possession in these last couple of minutes. Strong kick forward out the back. Just a big swing at it there for Williams for Blackburn just to try and get it out. But the pressure that Park Orchard is applying is great. Real running pressure by Sonderhoff. Sonderhoff applied the pressure now towards Blackburn. Campbell just bombs it straight back in. Attack at the footy, but falls out the back. Blackburn scrap it up, but Park Orchards apply a hard tackle through Trembath.
Trembath again thrown forward. He'll most likely contest in this ruck contest. Deep inside forward 50 again. He just slaps it into space. Running onto it there was the Blackburn player in Nagadran. It was. Looked deliberate from here.
And they called it from behind, but no.
So Blackburn 7-6-48. That's unchanged. Park Orchards moved to 4-10-34. 14 points separating the two sides at the moment as Telford marks. Broadcast side on the half-back line. It's called to play on now. Just rushes it down the line. Campbell in best position. Rosamal in front spot. They could have raffled it. And the ladder brings it down. He can head to the hot spot now where the numbers will converge. Nudged underneath it there was the Park Orchards player, and Pugh connects it defensive 50 by foot. They got numbers at the front, Park Orchards. If he can collect, they're in business. Parsons now can turn. Spots up Sonderhoff out wide. Barnes again. He's just where the footy is at the moment. Malati as well. Marks on this occasion. Consecutive entries coming up for Park Orchards. It's Blackburn defending grimly at the moment. To the hot spot again. It'll land at the teeth of goal. Cullen lurking out the back. Bodies crash in on top.
Good attack.
Park Orchards pick it up again, trying to spin through traffic, just sending a high up and under. The Rovers will need to go to work again. Wallace can't gather. And then Cullen turns tackler on the Blackburn defender. And it'll be a stoppage directly in front, 30 out from home.
That breeze is picked up. Trembath taps it down, but only as far as the Blackburn and Park Orchards play going at it. So umpire says, I'll have it again. So still only about 15 metres out from front of goal. Trembath taps down, but towards Blackburn. Blackburn just hack it onto the boot. Oh, has he paid it?
Yep.
Bellardi. Oh, really good mark. And he's had a great fourth quarter.
Played out of his skin this second half.
Yeah, hadn't called him much in the first half, but now a shot at goal for Bellardi to try and peg this lead back. If he gets the goal, it'll only be 8 points the difference. So on a slight angle, breeze at his back, and it's definitely lifted that breeze, so the ball will carry, no doubt about that. Bellardi kicks at it, goes wide and misses to the right, so just the minor just chipping away. So Blackburn 7-6-48 lead over Park Orchards, 4-11-35. We've played 13 minutes into this final quarter in the grand final.
Big chance gone begging there for Park Orchards. Bellardi, usually a good left foot kick. It's Cullen again, the ace in the pack at ground level. Bevan, the headband, it's flicked forward again for Rossimal to go to work at ground level. They can rush this through. Blackburn with Barnes on the last line of defence, acting as that role of goalkeeper. And again, another minor score for Park Orchards. They'd love a major to their name. The kick-out duties land with Williams here. Opts to go on the outer wing side. And it'll trickle over the boundary line.
Well played in front by Brocknitz there for Park Orchards. Just sees it pushed out of bounds and going to go out as Campbell's moved into ruck still. So taps it down. Probably had it a little bit over the shoulder there, but umpire didn't see it. Calls to play on. Hands out towards Cormac. Cormac just an up and under, and umpire says, yeah, I'll pay that. Park Orchards now looking at kicking forward, got the spare play. Oh, through his hands, needed to take that. Mark Cullen, it just went through his mitts, and that goes back towards his opposite 12 in Jesse Brown. So they looked to clear, they had it there, Park Orchards. Out towards right. Now Blackburn just slowing it, looking for options. Nothing presents, so he just gives it a kick. Sits up in the breeze. Good spoil out the back for Park Orchards. Attacking the ball, McLeod. Hands it off down towards Haliotis. Kicks it out of bounds. And that will be a free kick towards Blackburn. Oh, can you believe that? Just through the hands.
It's been hard to read with those wind conditions. Yeah. The forwards have had their work cut out. But that had to be gobbled up. So back from whence it came. Down the line go Blackburn. Rossimal in front spot, couldn't mark, and now bodies just pile on, stacks on style at ground level, taking good chunks out of this clock. Is Blackburn at the moment. Here's Macro Karnas again, just throws it on the boot forward. Nagadran couldn't mark in best position there. Rossimal hacks it forward now. Someone mark this in a Park Orchards jumper. The race is on at ground level. Sonda half leads. All comers can try and break free. Link up by hand with Trembath over the top. Geez, he had Sonda half again on the overlap. The 1-2 didn't work out.
He takes it on, doesn't he? He's not afraid to take it on, and I thought he just squeezed through there.
Now Blackburn through Carter. Again, just milking this clock. It's in their best interest at the moment. Heads to the numbers. Outside defensive 50. Blackburn again can drive it forward in open space. Warsome, he's got good leg speed, although Park Orchards cool heads prevail. Although a rush sort of ball missed his target. Campbell again. It's a long way down for the big man, and the boundary line will skip over in front of the Park Orchards bench.
Good composure out the back there for Amir for Park Orchards. Had to be cool and calm because Blackburn were applying the pressure. So Rucks go at it. Telford taps it down to his own advantage. Tries to kick it forward. Good hard hit at the ball. Park Orchard jump on it and tackle. The umpire says, I'll have it.
This is getting desperate here for Park Orchards now.
It is 17
Almost
minutes.
Do or die time.
They have to get it forward at every opportunity. They just need to find that marking target. Rucks go at it. Tap down. Oh, look to clear through Dickinson, but hands it off and it just goes out of bounds. Umpire says, I'll have it again. So Scrappy in front of us, right in front of the crowd as well.
To Blackburn's credit, they've played good tempo footy. They've had the ability to just take the heat out of the contest as Dickinson again. In fact, Parton, the opposing number 9, throws it on the boot forward and Wright can't keep it in the field of play. Sorry to cut you off there, Scotty.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. And that's it. They've done really well to compose themselves when Park Orchards has been coming, and now we find it in Blackburn's forward pocket. So they may get a goal out of it. If they get the goal, you'd say that would be the game done, but it just trickles out of bounds and the umpire says, I'll have it again. So not moving far. Blackburn happy to just trap it in where they can. Not where Park Orchards want it though at the moment. Good strong tackle by Blackburn. Now Park Orchards now need to move it. They do. Kicks it onto the boot, but it's going to go. He drops it. Barnes had it, picks it back up, composes himself after the mistake. And Blackburn have got numbers everywhere. Park Orchards need to find a man and find a man quickly because they're just going to chip it around, which they do. Kicks it over towards Jesse Brown, and Brown will probably just put this as far as he can inside his board line, which he does to the leading player. Strong mark! Really good mark for Blackburn. Roche, he has turned it on in this second half. He's had 3 goals. This is for number 4 and pretty much the game, you would think. On a difficult angle though. 19 minutes played.
It was Barnes setting it up to again, playing that quarterback role.
Yeah, dropped it, but real good composure.
His first mistake all day.
It is. Roche moves in. The crowd will tell you whether this is a goal or not as they stand behind it. Really nice off the boot, but bending to the right. It's going to fall short of mark in front. How's the umpire seen it?
He's pointed the way of Park Orchards. In fact, no.
He pointed one way. Umpire says no. It is going back this way, and I think it was Hayden Telford, sorry, who's got the mark, the number 2.
Was it just whoever stood up with it, was it?
Yeah, it seems that way. A bit of confusion. So Hayden making his way in towards goal. On a slight angle, stabs at it and kicks it! He kicks it! And they're getting around him. They know how important that goal is. As time's ticking on, that's 20 minutes into the last quarter. Blackburn, 8-6, 54. Lead Park Orchards, 4-12, 36. Trent.
The goal was nearly as good as the celebration there. Let the Blackburn faithful know all about that one. And this lead might be too much to overcome now. If you're a fan of Park Orchards, Trembath again, he's battled hard all day. Sonderhoff's ball forward was smothered by Carter, who can butter up again. There's Macro Canis again, rolled in the tackle. Maladi again has been enormous for Park Orchards. Links up with Trembath of the Jake variety. Sonderhoff again. It's drifted forward.
No, he takes him on.
Can try and turn, then hits the belly of the ball. In fact, it'll go back and it'll be thrown back in the field of play. He stepped over on the wrong side of the line.
He loves taking it on, but just needs to be aware of where he is when he's taking that on. And just sort of stepped out of bounds, so umpire to ball it up. Oh, uncontested. That's not what you want in your forward half. So Telford just kicks it. Goes straight up and under, but numbers around it. Blackburn just have every number available.
They've had every answer to stem the flow of Park Orchards when they've had their momentum swings, and then been able to pile on goals in quick succession to answer back.
we get maybe a bit of rain. A few brollies have popped up.
Feels like a bit of like the calm before the storm here at Bayswater Oval. It's in your best interest, though, to come down as the final siren sounds. Blackburn are premiers in the Premier Division.
What a great win.
They're ecstatic too, so they should be.
Yeah, and you're right, like at every contest they managed to bounce back when Park Orchards really looked like getting it on their terms. They found a way to get it led in forward by Roche, kicks 3 for them, 2 to Will Oglethorpe, singles to Will Road, Zach Murray and Hayden Telford. For Park Orchards, they just had single scorers in Matthew Faulkner, Hayden Campbell, McLaren Thierry and Jack Rossmell. The great contest we've had here, Trent. Two sides that really attacked the footy hard and found some good scoring options, but yeah, Blackburn just too strong.
Have you got a tip for best on there, Scotty?
Oh, I think you have to go Barnes. That composure down there, exceptional the whole day. So that draws conclusion to the end of our first grand final, the Under-19s. Stay tuned for the reserves and the seniors. There'll be presentations to follow after this. I've been Scott Hardy. Thank you very much for joining us, Trent. It was a great call and a good way to start the game down here at Bayswater Oval. So stay tuned for the rest of the broadcast.
Congratulations to Blackburn. Winning of the Eastland Under-19 flag. The final score Blackburn 86-54 against Park Orchards 12-36. Presentation still upon.
Check 1 2, check 1 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6, check 1 2 3 4 5 6. Hello.
Yeah, it's not shit. And he goes today, you bring in your jacket, you hang around the door, you go, yeah, you go, no. Okay, no worries.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation of the Eastland Premier Under-19 Grand Final. The grand game was played by two teams. Congratulations to Blackburn and congratulations to Park Orchards. We begin by welcoming the presenter of the medals, which is Dyson Baker from the EFNL. And we begin with the Blue Ribbon medal, the best on ground player thanks to the Blue Ribbon Foundation, a proud part of the EFNL. And that player is from Blackburn, it's Nat Barnes. Congratulations to Nat once again. And now it's time to present the Premiership team. We start with number 1, Lockie Warsome. Number 2 is Hayden Telford. Number 3, Ethan Bright. Number 5, Daniel Pugh. Number 8, Joel Carter. Number 9, Byron Parton. Number 12, Jesse Brown. Number 13, James Roche. Number 14, Noah Mannix. Number 15, Sean Warren. Number 16, Jack Norton. Number 17 is Harvey Every. Number 19, Reese Dakin. Number 20, Mitch Williams. Number 22 is Jacob Vippon. Number 23 is Kieran Negedrin. Number 24, Zach Murray. Number 25, Joel Jobling. Number 28 is Oscar Buckley. Number 32, Tom Riddiford. Welcome back to the best on the ground. Number 35, Nat Barnes. Number 44 is Harry Evans. Number 65 is Will Rowe.
And now it's time for the non-playing personnel, starting with the assistant coach, Ash Brown. The runner is Gavin Williams. The two trainers, Renee Kennedy, and he's known as Fiery Ken Edwards. The team manager, Scott Carter. The captain, number 47, Will Oglethorpe. And the Premiership coach, Gary Burley.
How good? Unbelievable. To the EFL and the umpires, thanks for putting the show on today, and hopefully the rest of the day the weather stays clear for a great day. So special thanks just to Troy Swainston if he's around. I know he's moving on, been terrific for the EFL over a number of years, so we wish him well in his next venture. To the Park Orchards guys and Andreas, you guys got terrific futures. Good luck on your journey. We've had some cracking games this year. You really test us as you did again today, so you can certainly hold your heads up high. And we've been on the end that you're on today, but I'm sure you'll bounce back in the future and do well. To our guys, to our club, first year for me, the club, you've embraced me, a great bunch of guys, a terrific squad. To have two teams in the U19s make the grand final is a great effort. We played over 44 players this year, and every one of you guys would love to give you a medal because you've all contributed during the tough times of the injuries and the COVID, the illnesses, you know, scratching around, getting 18, 20 players out there each week. To all the support staff, fantastic job running a small team, but terrific for the boys. Thank you. And all I'd like to say, boys, well deserved. It's been a great year, and it's going to be a big night. Well done.
Well said, Gary. And now here's the Premiership Cup and Premiership flag to under-19 premiers, Blackburn.
Welcome to the Blackburn. This is Raven Grand Final with Premiership Team. Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah. We're at the Bayswater between the Blackburn and Raven Football Club for the Premier Grand Final with the reserves. So big game as well coming into the game as well. The crowd is definitely brewing as well, and I've got myself and John O'Ven.
Test. That sounds good.
Yep, we've got myself and John O'Ven here today, and also we've got Jared Beeland as well.
Scott Beeland.
I was thinking about Scott Hardy.
Scott Beeland.
Yeah, and so we've got all specials as well. So
third microphone. Testing again, talking. I can sound.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Bayswater.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sounds good. Sounds excellent. Yes, indeed.